At Campbell University, major facilities are often named for giving alumni, outstanding administrators, and well-accomplished individuals. At the north end of campus, there's an outlier, a memorial for a student that never saw her 23rd birthday. Amanda Littlejohn Stadium sits as the home of Campbell Softball. Dedicated in 2013, it's one of the newer named facilities on campus, but its namesake is a story that will stand the test of time. Amanda Littlejohn came to Campbell University in the fall of 2006. The Lake Elsinore, California native found a home away from home and immediately committed, canceling all other opportunities, including one from a Big Ten school. Immediately, her personality shone through.
Just easygoing, fun. You know, she always had a smile on her face, never took herself too seriously, which is one of the things, you know, she was cocky and confident, you know, all those words. But then on the ball field, it just looked like she was having fun. It wasn't forced, it was really easy for her, which was always fun for me to watch.
Off the field, the outgoing California teenager was true to everything she loved: music, celebrities, and the New York Yankees.
There was one time when we played Carolina and Terry Francona's daughter was playing on the team, and he was the Red Sox manager, and she went up to him in the stands and said, "I respect you as a coach, but I hate your team." And it was just that kind of thing, and she was just very honest and not afraid to tell you.
Recruited as a catcher when she arrived on campus, she impressed from the start.
She had natural talent like none I had ever seen. She was not the most athletic person, and she would tell you that. Softball was her sport, and it was very skill-based, and she worked hard for it.
Her swing, you know, when I first saw her swing, it's really not like anyone else's. Her batting stance and her swing, and I was like, that's not really ever gonna work. And then, you know, next thing you know, she's hitting home runs all over the place.
365 coming into today, and this is a high fly ball to left, and that is way out of here.
She started and played in every game her freshman year. It wasn't a great year, batting .220 with 3 home runs and reaching base just 25% of the time. However, during her freshman year, Amanda and her teammates knew that something wasn't right.
She had a mole, and it was above her eyebrow. Throughout the season, it had bled, kind of all the things that they tell you if it happens to a mole, it's not good. Got bigger, got darker.
Between her freshman and sophomore year, Littlejohn retreated back to California for testing, but unfortunately got some unsettling news.
In the summer, she gave us a call and let us know that she had, I can't remember what stage it was at that point, but let us know that she had melanoma.
Her reaction to her situation was defiance. She would not be slowed down, nor would she complain.
So she went through surgeries. She had that removed. They did some removal in this area. She had something on her arm removed. She had a skin graft from her leg. I mean, she came back in the fall looking like she had been beaten up, but she was ready to go.
She pushed on through the fall season and into a defining 2008 spring campaign. Given the treatments, given the rehab, given the traveling back and forth to California for testing and scanning, it was a season even her teammates can't believe she even attempted.
I'm not exactly sure what type of chemo she had, but she was actively undergoing it throughout the season.
I can remember riding on the bus, she'd be giving herself chemo shots at a rest area. I mean, it's just things you don't think about when you're 18 and 19 years old having to deal with. There was one tournament in particular I can remember. She had to go home for testing our sophomore year, and she came back on a red eye, and we were playing at Charleston Southern, and she hadn't practiced all week, came back in the tournament, and she either went 2 for 3, 3 for 4 the whole tournament. For her to just come back not having slept, 3-hour time difference, all of that just really shows her natural ability.
She put on one of the most improbable seasons in Campbell Athletics history. Battling cancer, Amanda started all 67 games that year, batted .369, belted 15 home runs, and set a school record 72 runs batted in.
And the RBI record now belongs to Amanda Littlejohn as she connects on a 2-run shot to left field to give the Campbell.
That school record still stands today. That spring, Campbell won the Atlantic Sun Conference title and made an NCAA regional appearance in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, setting the stage for one of Amanda's biggest swings.
It was back and forth. We got down leading right into the rain delay, I believe. And then when we came back, we were able to hold it.
After a 2.5-hour rain delay and into the 5th inning, Campbell found themselves down 4-2 with 2 runners on base. Then Amanda Littlejohn decided to go first pitch swinging.
When Amanda hit that ball, it's just they're good memories and just things that you never expect to happen.
That home run gave Campbell momentum, and in the 7th, CU pulled off the comeback, winning 7-6 and eliminating the Tar Heels from the regional in arguably the Campbell's greatest win on a softball diamond.
Just to send them home on their own field was just very exciting, and Amanda played a huge part in that.
I can remember kind of watching Amanda around second. I think we were in the third base dugout, and just how happy she was. And there's a photo of her kind of jumping in the air and smiling, and Courtney Quinn coming towards her. That game is really what lifted us to, being able to recruit better, have better teams.
Yet Amanda's struggle was about to turn into a roller coaster. The cancer was thought to be in remission until November 2008, when Littlejohn got the tragic news that the cancer had returned and a malignant tumor was found in her brain. Littlejohn flew back home to California to fight the disease once again with the support of her family. After surgery to remove the tumors, Littlejohn was cleared by her doctors to play and given a clean bill of health in July of 2009. The joy was short-lived, though, as 2 more tumors were discovered in September of 2009. Littlejohn underwent radiation treatment back in California that October, and in the spring of 2010, she came back to Bowie's Creek for the 2nd semester. Littlejohn was thought to be in remission once again and was preparing to play her final 2 years after 2 red shirts had been granted, only to be back fighting the disease again in early December 2010. In the spring of 2011, she was able to make a brief weekend appearance on the Campbell campus for CU's Strikeout Cancer Day, which also served as Littlejohn's senior day. Her condition worsened over the last few months, and she was admitted to hospice care in July of 2011 and passed away on September the 1st of that year, 1 day short of her 23rd birthday. Through it all, not one complaint.
She was a very positive person. She never let us know truly that she was scared, that she was upset. I think the way she handled it was just amazing.
A year later, a new seating structure around the softball diamond at Eakes Athletics Complex was added, and the stadium was rededicated as Amanda Littlejohn Stadium in honor of the former catcher. However, Amanda's reach goes much farther than just the stadium.
Don't take any day for granted. Play every day like it's your last. I know that they're all cliche, but it's just so much of what I think it meant to us, seeing her live it out. Be thankful for it and work hard, and I think so many more regrets come from what you don't put into it than what you do, and I think she would say that.
Me and Brittany were both out there at different times, and the main thing she wanted us to take away is, keep living. She didn't want her disease to get in the way of other people living their lives. Even when I went out there, she was like, you don't really have to be here, like, I'll be fine. So the main takeaway again was just making sure to keep living, keep fighting, keep pushing through. She was still the same person, which is miraculous. I think, she still was the same fun-loving, easygoing, go with the flow type of personality, and that I still don't see how she did it, but that is one of the biggest things that I admired about her, is that she didn't change.
It's stories like Amanda's that make us all wish we were better people, that we were grateful for our opportunities and not disappointed in our shortcomings, that we indeed played each pitch like it was our last. And for anyone that plays in this stadium, the reminders are clear. When you find your way into the game of life, never complain about your situation. Fight as hard as you can for what you love, and leave it all on the field. just like Amanda.